Hey everybody, it's Mr. Heat Pump Water Heater here in Mount Vernon, Illinois. I'm at the world headquarters of Intellihot. It's a manufacturer of tankless heat pump water heaters for commercial buildings. Well, Intellihot has taken their expertise in tankless water heaters and they're actually making a tankless heat pump water heater. That might sound a little strange to you because most heat pump water heaters have a big tank, just like me, but Intellihot is using some innovative designs to make a tankless heat pump water heater. Let's check out what that's all about. Okay, so now we're inside of the Intellihot World Headquarters, and I'm here with Amy and Robbie to talk about the Intellihot commercial heat pump water heater. So, guys, tell me a little bit about Intellihot as a company.
Intellihot is a tankless heat pump water heater manufacturer that is completely focused on industrial applications, so the hardest jobs that have struggled in the past to meet demand with the current tankless type systems. Residential tankless systems are fantastic. They've been around a long time. Everybody I know that has one loves them, but they struggle to meet the large demands of hotels and multifamily properties and large stadiums and things like that. So that was the problem Intellihot set out to solve. It is part of our mission to have safe, clean, efficient hot water. In order to do that, we believe you have to stay tankless. But we also wanted to combine the energy efficiency of a heat pump water heater and CO2 refrigerant so that it's future proof. And we know that that refrigerant isn't something you're going to have to swap out in a year or 5 years or 10 years. So I'm going to let Robbie take over about our fantastic new product.
Right? We know heat pumps are very efficient, but they tend to be slow on the recovery rate. And so rather than storing potable water, where we would be taking a large series of stratified tanks and storing our water in there, we said, look, what if we store a bunch of thermal energy inside what we're calling a thermal battery? And then I could grab heat from the thermal battery as needed with a potable water heat exchanger that I sit on the inside. And so the heat pump charges up this thermal battery. The thermal battery is a water and propylene glycol mix that allows us to get really high temperature inside that thermal battery and pack as many BTUs in as possible. And then our potable water heat exchanger is what grabs that heat on demand, just like a traditional tankless does.
Wow, it's incredible. So a thermal battery right inside here and the heat pump up top. So how many units, apartment units, would be heated? Their hot water would be heated by this typical unit?
Yeah, great question. So honestly, it's a little bit of a variable depending on how many, where we're locating the unit, what type of climate we're in. But to give you a rule of thumb, we'd say somewhere between 8 and 10 multifamily units would usually be able to be serviced by one of these.
Wow. And what if I have a building with like 50 apartment units? What do I do then?
Yeah, so there's a couple options there. You have 50 apartment units and you need more than one of these. You can stage additional units together. So we have a Bluetooth cascading functionality that allows the system to increase in capacity. If you're tight on space and you have a lot of space outside that you can use, we actually have a forthcoming split system where we take the heat pumps, we place them in a stacked configuration outside. We call that the IE6. And then we take our modular thermal batteries and we place those inside, piping that battery supply with the propylene glycol back and forth between the units so that we don't have to worry about heat trace and we can keep the units separated. The batteries would stay inside where your potable water connections are.
Wow. Tell us, what's next for Intellihot with heat pump water heaters?
Well, we're definitely going to be expanding on this technology and creating integrated systems that are larger and can do more with less units. And that is on the horizon probably next year. And we're also working towards a hybrid system for those that want to take a step towards electrification, but maybe don't have the infrastructure or the money right now to do it. Using an electric heat pump water heater alongside a high efficiency gas water heater really gives you a lot more options when you have some domestic hot water challenges in the buildings.
Wow, lots of great options there. I'm super excited. Thank you guys for showing me your world headquarters. So I'm feeling really pumped up after being at Intellihot. And on my tour, we usually like to do a little heat pump dance. Does that sound good to you guys?
Totally.
Sounds
All right,
great.
let's get heat pumped up.